Video games are quickly becoming one of the most important storytelling mediums that we have. And that's because they're no longer just selling escapism, they are selling emotional experiences. And I think that says something important about the moment we're living in right now. People are lonely, dejected, disconnected, they feel powerless in their lives. Most games address this by selling the player a power fantasy. Here's a bunch of abilities, go mess up 100 dudes. The subliminal message there is that it's sort of letting the player get back at a world that is implied to be treating them unfairly. And then you play something like Dispatch, which I just played through and really enjoyed. Dispatch is not a power fantasy. You do not play as a hero in the field in this game. You play as the guy in the chair. He's a famous superhero who's been forced into retirement due to his own self-destructive behavior and is now forced to be a mentor to this younger team. He's the guy who screws up his life and now has to sit still for a while and figure things out. And yes, like a lot of it still reads as this kind of male-coded fantasy, like which one of these perfect, super attractive women will you date? Oh, my life is so hard. But I was really floored by how human this game consistently felt to me. The writing and the acting are exceptional, top to bottom. And while it delights in potty humor and shocking vulgarity a lot of the time, it also leaves so much room for genuinely heartfelt character beats that are affecting. What elevates a game's narrative from being passable to memorable is how it captures the player's emotions by tying their actions to the themes being explored in the game. In the case of Dispatch, that theme is redemption, and you yourself are a participant in that redemption. You can decide whether or not a main character is redeemed at the end, including the player surrogate, you yourself. You either complete that redemption arc or you don't. Just like real life. If Dispatch were a Netflix series, which sometimes it feels like it really wants to be, you would watch this story unfold, maybe be affected by it. Wow, that was an interesting redemption cycle. I feel something, and then you probably move on with your life. But as the player, you become ethically implicated in what happens. You feel responsible because your actions are shaping the outcome. And I would argue that that kind of interactive, emotional experience is 100 times more valuable culturally right now than another game with a skill tree where you unlock the cluster bomb at like level 15. This is a really powerful way to deliver a story. It's unique, it's art. Sometimes I feel like a canary in a coal mine here when I talk about how we're still in the really early stages of understanding how narrative like this affects us socially and culturally. We still don't really understand what it means and where it will go. Like imagine 50 years from now how interactive storytelling will evolve from here. Because when games stop being power fantasies and start embracing themselves as emotional experiences, we start tapping into a cultural medium that is genuinely new. Certain games began to do this. I would argue that The Last of Us Part 1 was a pioneer in this field of narrative breakthrough, and that's why it was such a big deal when it came out. I see a world where games are not a contributing factor to social isolation, but they are an antidote to a less connected world. And a game like Dispatch genuinely makes me feel like we're on our way towards that becoming a reality. Toodles.